Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you again for joining me. Today I'm going to do a review on the new holiday palette by Tarte. It is a high performance naturals and this is what the box looks like. It's a really pretty box. It is a little bit on the heavy side, as you could see. It is great for traveling if you're just going to take this, maybe concealer and a foundation, and that's about it because it does have so much in it. For artists, I am a pro artist, as I mentioned before, and I feel like I worry a little bit too much about this. I'm constantly thinking I'm gonna drop it or whatever. It is bulky and it does take a lot of space up in my kit. So this is one that's just gonna stay in my beauty room. Anyway, you open it up by this little ribbon. It's kind of like a secret box and you get 25 gorgeous colors. Some of them are shimmers, some of them are mattes. There's neutrals, there's kind of those warm tones, jewel tones, and a really nice dark color if you want to do a nice dark smoky look. It also comes with the highlighter, two different blushers. One has a little bit of a shimmer to it and one's a little bit on the matte side. It has a really nice light bronzer. It does have a matte lipstick and a glossy lipstick. And it does have mascara and a liner, like I mentioned. Anyway, this is a really nice palette, as I said. It's a great gift. I feel even if you're one of those beginning makeup girls that are just starting to kind of play with makeup, I think this is great because some of these colors, they're kind of goof proof. Should I say goof proof? It's kind of goof proof. Like, you can't really go too wrong. I know there's some teenagers, you know, some of my clients are like, well, I put too much blush on and, you know, it never looks good, or I put too much, you know, bronzer on and it just looks kind of weird because it's too much. These are really nice and soft, including the highlighter. So I feel like you can't really go wrong with these. So this is a great little box for, like, you know, teen, I should say. Anyway, it is really nice. Now, I have to say the liner right here, I've been kind of playing with it because, you know, I don't really do too many first impressions because I can't really give you a lot of detail when I do first impressions. So even though this is a really nice liner, it's super jet black, I felt like, you know, I was kind of playing with it right here, as you could see. I feel like I kind of have to take care of this liner a little bit too much because it's kind of soft. As you could see, it moves around way too much. I have oily skin, so when I was wearing it, I feel like I got a little bit too much on my eyelids. I had to constantly be looking in the mirror to see what was going on with it, and I did have to fix it quite a few times. Some of my clients, especially the ones that have oily skin, some of my girls that have drier skin, not so much, but I just got a little bit too paranoid with it and I felt like I kind of had to keep checking on it. So those are my thoughts on the liner. The mascara I love Tarte mascaras. I think they're great. I have thin little lashes and I always feel like they make my lashes really nice and full, so I really like that. Now, I love this palette because it includes a matte and it includes a glossy gloss, which I really like because I'm not really a matte person, but lately what I've been doing, I've been putting a little bit of gloss over the matte because I don't like my lips to look really dry and they start looking a little chapped, so that's why I'm not really a fan of them. But these are the colors. They're absolutely beautiful. They're really nice neutral shades. And this is what they look like. And I'm actually wearing the glossy one right now, as you can see. They're just really pretty. The blushes are really nice because they're not overly crazy blushes. I'm actually wearing them right now. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit because they're not super crazy where like they're so pigmented that sometimes when you get your brush into a blush, you have to be careful because you could get way too much pigment on there. I don't feel like that's that kind of blush. This is the kind of blush that you kind of have to go in a little bit of a time and just kind of build it, which I don't mind because on myself, you know, if I'm not wearing my glasses, I don't know, and I look crazy going out. I look like I have a sunburn. So that's what I love about these blushes. You're not going to get crazy pigmented where you're going to look crazy walking out the door if you don't check. And I like the fact that they last a really long time. And they do, because I work outside, as I mentioned 100 times, but for those of you joining my videos or our subscribers or whatever, I work outside on the beach a lot. So My makeup does tend to like fade fast because I have the oily skin and it's really hot in Florida. But these blushes, they stay on forever, and I could always rely on them when I'm working on brides or some of my models when we have them outside in the sun all day long. These are definitely my go-to blushes. Now, the bronzer here, as you can see, it's a really nice soft color. Like, you really can't go wrong. Okay, look how much I'm putting on. It gives you just a really nice soft bronze. It's not like crazy, but it's enough to make your face look a little bit on the bronzy side without looking dirty or anything like that. So I really love it a lot. Now the shimmer also, I'm wearing it right now. It's not super high like shimmer where it's crazy, but if you work that little shimmer and just keep applying, you look at that. You get a really nice shine. I mean, it could be really nice and light, or you could just keep adding layers and it's beautiful. So I'm really enjoying this palette. Now you get 25 shades. Some of them are shimmers and some of them are mattes. Now, some of the colors, I have to say, they're not as pigmented. Like when you swatch them with your fingers, they're super pigmented. But when you apply it on your face, you kind of have to work it. The shimmers, they're always super highly pigmented. I mean, I actually have it on, right? I have Gem right here. I put it on with my finger and look how crazy that is. It's super rich and it's just a beautiful, beautiful colors. I find like the shimmers are like that. Some of the colors, like some of these light colors, I don't really feel like you could see them too much. Okay, let me do a color here. See, you can't really see it, and I'm really digging in there. But you know what? When I apply it on my clients, it's a whole different story. So if you're like me, one of those swatchers that I always go to the store, I swatch everything, I walk around, especially foundation, because sometimes it oxidizes, but that's a whole different video. But some of these eyeshadows, I like to swatch them, walk around and see what happens, because sometimes it's like they just crumble off and they disappear. So even though these are not like great swatchers, as you could see, when you apply it, it's a whole different story. So I really do enjoy this palette. I really think it's a great gift, and pretty much every skin tone. I mean, of course, some of these colors you're not going to see in like deeper skin tones, but I used it on some of my models that were like medium skin tone. And I made these colors work. They're beautiful. So I feel like pretty much, unless you're really, really dark skin tone, this might not be the best palette. But I kind of put it on the test for different tones, and it actually works. You can make it work, especially if you put a little bit of Fix Plus. I always say that because sometimes I have some of my clients who are like, well, I'm not getting enough payoff. And then they add a little bit of the Fix Plus, and there it goes. The color takes off, and it's beautiful. So this is a great palette. I love it. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great holiday gift. So, those are my thoughts on it. Please subscribe to my video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you again for my next video. Bye.